Yes, welcome back to the channel. I hope we're doing good. Welcome to the chat glimpse. How are we doing? I posted my championship week 45 predictions on a post, and everyone is hating on me for it. Why? What have you done, Glimpse? What outrageous things have you gone and said now? But big ups for tuning in, Glimpse. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing good. Now then, I do just want to say I'm not going to be on Blue Friday show tonight. My cold is not quite cleared. So I'm just doing this stream, a bit more of a chilled out stream. And then I'll be chilling for the rest of the night. But I want to get a stream in. Yeah, I want to stream. I still want to do streams on here as actively as I can, but we'll be missing that one just so I can rest a bit more. Forest will be no pushovers, and if it goes to extra time, then I fancy Forest and penalties will definitely be Forest in hands, says in Forest hands, says Sean Bower. Welcome to the stream, Sean. How you doing? I put 3-0 Coventry. No, 3-0 Luton against Coventry. Luton are really low down, aren't they? But fine, fair enough. Yeah, I don't doubt the quality of Forest. I think they're a very good team, and it is something we should be looking to wrap up within the 90 minutes because I think we really should be aiming for that. Forest are a very, very good team, and not the type of team I want us to be stuck on beyond 90 because they're going to be tough to break down, and I think that's going to go especially if they get a goal, and even more so if it goes to extra time. Because I think if it goes to extra time, I think they'll just chill out until it ends. I think they'll be happy for that. A game of chance at that point to some extent. There is skills taking penalties, but I think you get what I mean. Just doing the colours for these. I'm nervous for tomorrow if we win and we stay up, but could also go 22nd. It will be close. Big game, Glimpse. I wish you luck. I know I wouldn't want to be in that situation. But yeah, good luck to you, Glimpse. But let me know your predictions for the Forest game, as it's going to be a tough one, and we'll have a look at the predicted 11 together now. So for now, it's going to have to keep being Ortega, unless we fancy giving Scott Carson a role. Right back, I think will be Lewis. No, I don't think Pep's really going to rotate. But I do think he's going to play Lewis. There you go, Rico. Give Scott Carson a chance. Don't worry, we'll need him in pre-season. It's big. I think Chelsea needs to focus on getting 5th place. Yeah, you guys just need to... What? Why are you guys now in the Premier League? Premier League standings. It's close. It's real tight. 5 games left. You're 2 points off 5th. You've still got Liverpool to play. It's a very difficult run-in. For you lot. Centre-back partnering. You know what? I don't think he'll play Rico. I think he'll play Kusanov. I think he'll keep up the Diaz-Vardiol partnership. Vardiol. I think I want to keep seeing O'Reilly here. I don't really want anyone else there apart from Vardiol unless he's not available. UBC really kind of helped Chelsea in my opinion. A draw would have been better. Bear in mind Chelsea will be playing Liverpool's team who has already won the Prem. Liverpool somehow don't get a point at Anfield versus Spurs. True. Liverpool won't really care at this point. League's won. It's also not at Anfield, so they'll want to put on a show whenever they go to Anfield, but it's not like it's their title lifting game. And yeah, it's not Anfield. No show needs to put on. The result doesn't matter. It's null and void. So yeah, you bring up a good point. Good point indeed. Yeah, I wouldn't write Chelsea off just because of that. You might sub in some others. They will still find a way to beat Chelsea 3-0. Yeah, there is always that. Also, as much as I don't like it, but Salah is nearing breaking records at the moment. He's probably not going to break the goal record, but he only needs 3 assists to set a new record on the assists tally. He's on 18, and if he gets 3 more, he hits 21, which is a new record not set by anyone else before. So if he can get the assist needed there, then it's looking good in it. Didn't Man City win the league at Stamford Bridge a couple of seasons back? Beat us 1-0. We lifted the title at the Etihad after beating you guys 1-0 in the treble season. I beat Chelsea Liverpool before, now I'm going again. Good luck. Was that the Etihad? I can't remember other occasions. No, then it's partner. I just kind of want Gundo. There's no one else I'd want to play there at the moment. No, I don't think De Bruyne will play. think they'll rest him. It's been working though. And he was willing to play De Bruyne after like 2 days off. But I think he'll play Phil. I think he'll squeeze Phil into this game. Yeah, 22-23. Not a pretty one for you. Yeah, I think he plays Phil. And knowing how it's been lately, Phil will probably start here. That's like false 9 with Marmoush on the left. No, I just can't see him doing that. No, I think he will play Marmoush up here. I think he'll play Grealish. Now I think he'll play Phil. And on this side, I think he'll play McAtee. Oh, not you. Been a bit more willing to play McAtee as of late as well. I think he beat Forrest in extra time. Did you see they might be removing extra time in UCL? Yeah, I think that's a lame decision. Like, I just think you're taking away from it a bit more and more. Don't get me wrong, it's frustrating when your team has to play another half an hour, injury risks and all that, that stuff is annoying. It is. But, at the same time, it's what kind of makes it. When you get to, like, the United versus Lyon game, for example, like, that extra time period doesn't happen, and that game ends 2-2 and goes to penalties. If that place, one of the most entertaining football matches of this season, and possibly of the last, probably, I won't dare say all time, okay, but it's got to be up there in some respect. And they look at that and they think, we're going to scrap that. It's an entertainment sport, and I think it makes it more entertaining. I think it should stay in the game, regardless of whether I think that benefits City or not. I'm sure next season, if I fancy City beating a team on pens and extra time's not there, and I'm like, oh, we made it to extra time. No, we made it to penalties. Good thing we didn't have that extra half an hour to play. I'll be grateful in that respect. But on a overall aspect, I think it does help. I think it benefits the game, that extra half an hour where the teams are tired and they're just giving it their all with tired legs. Subs coming on desperate to make something happen, especially when a team scores in that period and then it's chaos trying to make up for it. Probably best game in Europa League history, at least. Yeah, it's certainly up there. Definitely best of the latest years, at the bare minimum. I think it's a silly thing to remove from the game. Let me know if you got any changes on that. Of course, Villa play tomorrow against Palace. Not too sure who I'd prefer. I'd probably prefer Palace, to be honest. Lots of talk about De Bruyne from City players today have come out. Apparently they didn't want De Bruyne to lead the players, which I can understand. Palace have dropped off. Have dropped off now. However, they drew the Emirates to Arsenal. Yeah, they've done Villa before. To be fair, it was during a good period for them. Beat them 4-1. Wembley is a different kettle of fish. Recent form has been tough, having drawn, lost. No wins in the last 4. To be fair, difficult teams in there like City, Newcastle, and Arsenal. They'll be disappointed not to beat Bournemouth at home, but oh well. They'll be looking to hit that form again though on the weekend. Villa, before losing to us, were on a pretty good streak, 4 wins in a row. Arsenal 1 win in 4, now 6 points in front of you. Imagine the scenes if you finish second. If we finish second, I don't know how we've done it. Genuinely, second place in this season for us. That just goes to show you how poor the Prem has been this season. Genuinely, that would be genuinely incredible. Arsenal, man, they just can't help but draw, can they? Drew 5 times last season. They've drawn 13 this season. Truly incredible. I know I can't be someone talking about games lost and whatnot, considering last season we lost 3 and drew 7, and this season we've drawn 7, lost 9. It's difficult for me to talk, but still, really does just get you thinking, doesn't it? Just having a look. Apparently, if City win the Club World Cup and the FA Cup, we'll have more major trophies than Arsenal, by the way. As long as they don't win the UCL. United to sign Cunha, by the way. Interesting. Yeah, Chelsea have been woeful since December and still could get UCL Prem standards ain't been it this season. Yeah, I'm excited for the Prem next season. I hope it really picks up. I did say earlier in the season it's a very different circumstance, but I feel like Liverpool's title win this season almost feels like the Leicester one from a while ago. Not in terms of the golf in the sides. Obviously, Liverpool got a team that can go and win Premier Leagues, even if these teams are at the races. Last season can prove it to you. They're only 9 points off top, 7 off second, 14 ahead of fourth. So, it does kind of go to show that they have got the team to go and do the business. Considering how many points they dropped in the last 5 too, that is 7 points drop. They could have been equal with Arsenal if they hadn't dropped this and more. So it's a difficult one this season. Liverpool have obviously been brilliant. You can't take it away from them. You can only beat what's in front of you, is what I like to say. But it does help when everyone else, your title contenders have dropped off. Sure, some teams like Forest have really picked it up, Newcastle too. Villa have been really, really pushing for Champions League football. I know Bournemouth dropped off a bit more as of late. But remember, these sides down here, these sides were all competing for this area for a while. Okay, Forest have been dragged back into it. And if Arsenal aren't too careful, so could they. To put that into perspective, Chelsea, Spurs and Man United could finish above 22-23 Chelsea. Newly promoted teams have disappointed me, quite frankly. Leeds, Scott Parker, and Daniel Farke and Scott Parker. Farke has 6 wins, 6 Prem games, has won 6 games in 54. And Parker's won 7 in 60. Well, I did actually. It's funny you say that because it's funny you say that because I read that apparently Leeds are looking to sack their coach despite the successful season. So I wouldn't necessarily bank on it. If they keep that guy in charge, then yeah, he's just going to get them cooked. But apparently he's going to get sacked, which I can understand. He's done the job bringing you back up to the Prem, but maybe now it's time. Now it's time to think like a bigger club and be like, thanks for your service, but we're going to sack someone and bring in someone better to keep us up. If they can do it. Yeah, Haaland's been caught up with in terms of the golden boot race by Isaac now. About time. But Salah's definitely winning both of these. Fair play to Jacob Murphy and Anthony Robinson, by the way. Probably not everyone's favourites to keep up in this race, but they've done a solid job. The thing is, Leeds probably win the league, so to sack a manager who wins the league after 46 games would be the harshest sacking in Championship history. However, it's smart from Leeds if it works. Yeah, it's harsh and it's smart. That guy, I don't know how he's going to be feeling about that, but you can surely understand it, knowing his Premier League record. But yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? So, I mean, I get it from Leeds. I don't think it's a bad move. It's probably the move that they need to make. Yes. I'll show you the tab now. This is what we come up with. Very much the same side we've been starting for the most part, but just tweaked a little bit. I think De Bruyne will be rested. I think Kusanov comes into the squad. I think Grealish comes in, McAtee stays in, and Marmoush moves back up more central. I mean, what are you thinking? Just popping in. How are you? So it's still a bit sore. I'm not going to be on Blue Friday show today, but big ups for tuning in. Yeah, big ups for tuning in. Liam Rosnier got nominated for Championship Manager this season, and then he got sacked. Just depends on who Leeds bring in. Has to be a great manager, but Leeds are a big club, so they probably have more pull than Burnley and the playoff team who goes up. Yeah, they probably have got the pull for it. Just depends on whether they can actually pull them in. Nunez over Kusanov, in my opinion. I was thinking that. I've really been throwing emotions. I had Lewis in here at one point. But I don't know. I think with everything going on in the media a little bit recently, I think he's going to give Kusanov the game. Grealish won't play, no chance for me. I don't know. I think he does. I'm pretty certain on Grealish, to be honest. I think he's gonna give him a game. I think he'll think back to the Forest win that we had against them and how Grealish played in midfield. I think he'll think about the FA Cup and his performances in the Cup. Big up. Guessing you can't come on, ladies. It's going to have a great night. Yeah, I won't be on sadly, but big ups to tuning in, bro. Kusanov's like champion. What a story. Look, I'm going to call it here. Big up to everyone that's tuned in. In terms of my predictions for the game, back City 2-0. There you go. Hopefully I'm all good for Sunday. We'll see how I do. Other than that, though, big ups to the Blue Friday show. Hope that goes well. And big ups to Leicester City's call-in show that he's doing later. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Big ups to you all, Blues.